Hello everyone, today I'm here to tell you a very interesting story. It's a story as old as time, I'm just saying it in my own way. It's a story that'll make you laugh, a story that'll make you cry, it'll make you mad, it'll even make you glad. It's a story of how I fought tooth and nail just to get my stupid channel back up on YouTube. Now, if you saw my video that was titled The End, you probably think this video won't really be that long, because that video was posted in September, which means the channel must have been removed a little bit after that. And September was only a couple months ago. But where this story really begins is actually 1.5 years ago. This takes us to June of 2023. And during that time, I was running a channel known as Great Banner 16. However, if you were to look at the homepage for this channel, it looks a little bit different. I have less subscribers, less videos, and the last time I posted a video was over a year ago. By the way, I'm going to be referring to this channel as GB16 for the sake of simplicity, because I don't want to say like, oh, it's the old Great Banner 16. That'd be just way too confusing. Anyways, I was running this channel as a Jukes Towers of Hell channel. If you don't know what Jukes Towers of Hell is, it's basically an obby game on Roblox where you have to climb these towers that are 10 floors. There's multiple obstacles along the way, such as buttons, spinning platforms, kill bricks, all that jazz. It was a game I really enjoyed because I thought the concept of it was super cool. However, in June of 2023, something interesting happened. I'm not exactly sure how this happened, but I was hacked. One day, I checked my channel, this was very late in the day, and there were multiple videos that were posted that were not made by me. And they were all like, get this program for free that usually costs like $80, or free V-Bucks in Fortnite, free Bitcoin miner with the RTX 60 million B. So as soon as I saw these videos, my initial reaction was not to take a screenshot to show anyone or do any of that. It was to delete them immediately, which I feel like if you're panicked in this situation, that would be a pretty natural response, just delete them. But stupid, naive little 13-year-old me thought if I just deleted the videos and everything would go back to normal. Which, yeah, that's definitely how that works. How about I just post a rated R movie onto YouTube and after a few hours delete it and everything will be fine? I didn't really know how YouTube's terms of service worked, but after I deleted the videos, I thought everything would be fine. I made a community post addressing how this happened, and I went to sleep. Keep in mind, the channel was still up when I went to sleep. The next day I woke up, and for the entirety of morning, the channel was still up. It wasn't until the afternoon where I tried to open up the YouTube app, and I realized something was wrong. Now, sometimes when you open up YouTube, you'll get an error, and most of the time it's basically just telling you that, oh, you have no internet connection. But I got an error that I had never seen before, and it looked something like this. It basically said something was wrong, and at first I was like, it's because of the internet. So I checked, but my Wi-Fi was all the way up, I had all the bars. The internet was working perfectly fine. So I closed out the app, reopened it, and same issue. I've never seen this error before, so I decided to go on Google to look it up and wonder what it meant. And the first thing that I saw was just listing a bunch of different issues. And I remember one of them saying that this could mean that your channel has been terminated or is just no longer there. And as soon as I saw that, my heart immediately dropped. Because the channel had been hacked the day prior. So I checked my emails, and sure enough, there's an email that said this. And if you think this is the only time you're going to see this email, then you're very naive. We're going to be seeing this email a lot throughout this video. By the way, this video is completely unscripted, so if I ever get off topic or stumble over my words, it's because I don't have a script to read off of. So there you go, the channel was removed. Now, I was looking through the email to see if there was anything I could do, and sure enough, there was a button that allowed me to appeal. If you don't know what this means, then you're stupid, but I'm still going to tell you. If you want to appeal a YouTube termination, it basically just opens up a form where you can write down a bunch of information that basically tells YouTube that it was a mistake. Most of the time you want to be really apologetic in these forms, as I've learned over time, but this was my first rodeo. I never filled out an appeal in my entire life. So I basically said that I was hacked, this was a mistake, please give me my channel back. The appeal wasn't that long, which I realize is kind of a mistake, because if you're writing an appeal, you need to give as much information as possible within the 1,000-character limit. But I didn't realize that, so I just wrote down the appeal and thought everything would be okay. I genuinely just thought that YouTube would see this and immediately realize this was a mistake without seeing any evidence for it. The next day, I get an email that says this. It basically said, your appeal has been denied and we will not be putting your channel back up on YouTube, but I was stupid, so I just wrote down another appeal. And then over the course of the next few days, I just wrote appeal after appeal after appeal. One of them I remember very specifically where it was like me typing in all caps as if I was like begging on my hands and knees to get YouTube my channel back. But that one was obviously denied. I was also starting to get different emails because usually when you submit an appeal, you have to wait like a day or two and then YouTube will get you a response. However, because I've written so much and YouTube was already denying all of them, I was automatically getting an email that said this. And if you don't know what that means, it basically means, screw you, we've read your appeals and we're not going to believe you. We're sending this automated message as soon as you send the appeal, we're not going to check it, and yeah, your channel will not be put up on YouTube. Sorry. So at this point, I had no idea what to do. Just kidding, I made an entirely separate Google account and an entirely separate YouTube channel. Now, smart people who get their channels banned would probably make a new account and name it something completely different and try to do a completely different genre to make themselves as secret as possible. However, once again, I was stupid, so I set up the channel with the exact same name. This was also around the same time where I was starting to get into a game known as Flood Escape 2. This will probably be irrelevant in the future, right? No, it's not going to be irrelevant. In fact, it's very relevant to the story, because this channel that you're watching is the channel that I was mentioning in the video. So yeah, this new account that I made was the channel that you're currently watching. Anyways, I was making Flood Escape 2 videos, and one of them managed to get over 1,000 views and a lot of positive comments. So at that point, I realized that I was definitely going to be a Flood Escape 2 YouTuber on this channel. So I just made video after video after video, not really putting that much effort into them, but I was still having a good time making them. I then switched over to scripted videos because they were more high quality, and more people seemed to enjoy them. It wasn't until September where I thought Flood Escape 2 was getting pretty boring, and I posted this video. Basically just saying how the game is boring, the game is dying, the community sucks, I'm quitting, adios, nice to see you. But keep in mind, at that point I had created 2 different channels. One of them was called 16 Banner Great. This is just a channel where I would make random Roblox videos and have a laugh about it. The other channel was known as Crazy Banner, which was the channel that I was planning to post dog videos on with my 2 dogs. I'll put images of the dogs up on screen, and yes, they are very cute, thank you. Keep in mind, these were both brand channels that were still attached to the main channel. Anyways, I thought that was the end of it. I would just keep posting videos on my Roblox channel, occasionally post videos on the dog channel, and that's how life would be. But it was definitely not going to be simple. Around September of 2024, the same month where I posted the video where I discussed how I'm quitting, I was just browsing the internet like I usually do, and I must have been pretty deep into the internet because I was downloading a lot of files that I thought were just going to improve my computer. And I came across a file, I don't remember what it was, but I downloaded it, and I opened it up in WinRAR. If you don't know what WinRAR is, it's a program that basically allows you to open .rar files, and it constantly asks you to buy the full version, even though you could just use the app without downloading the full version. Anyways, I opened up this file, and the exe was named something pretty weird. It was just like this cryptic message. I don't have the exe, obviously, but it looks something like this. It was just a bunch of random letters that were either lowercase or uppercase, but for some reason, I was stupid and I opened the program. I even got a message from Windows that said, this is malware, you should probably not open it, but I ignored it. Because in the past, I've seen a lot of programs with that same message that were perfectly fine. So I thought this would just be another example of that. I opened up the program, and as soon as I did, I was getting notifications on my computer that looked something like this. They were similar to the notifications that you get when like an application like stops running. However, they just had like these weird random words, just like that wouldn't even make any sense in any context. And some of the words were capitalized, some of them were lowercase, and some of them would just have like little periods in between each letter. I'd never seen it before. And as soon as I was done closing the notification, 5 seconds later, I got a new one. It was basically the exact same thing, but it was just a little bit different with the words. And that's when I started to panic and I opened Malwarebytes. And as you guessed it, there was a lot of malware on this computer. So I quarantined it and removed it. Then I restarted the computer to make the decision official. Anyways, it was pretty obvious that there was still malware on my device because every couple hours I was getting that same notification. And every single time I thought I had gotten rid of it, it just kept coming back. Every single time I saw it, I would run the antivirus and it would just find more stuff. I even tried searching it up on Google, but no one could find it. And that meant that this was custom malware, which is a malware that someone specifically developed in their own way, which meant that no one else had seen it before, which meant that I was alone on this one. The next day, in September of who knows, it was a Saturday, I was with my dad and we were driving over to Cracker Barrel because we were going to go there to eat breakfast. And then he tells me that he got a notification from Steam that someone was trying to access our account. And that's when I got a huge pit in my stomach because I knew that this wasn't just malware, but we were hacked yet again. And I basically just told him, oh, I'll run a malware scan, it's fine. But then he said, no, this isn't the first time that this has happened. You're going to need to restart the whole computer. And I didn't want to do that. I always considered that a last resort option. I never wanted to restart my computer. I mean, no one wants to restart their computer. For me, I didn't want to lose all my data and files. So I ran a lot more antiviruses. I ran Malwarebytes again. I then ran it in Administrator. I then ran it in Safe Mode. None of that did the trick. I ran an MRT scan. That scans every single last file in your system. It will not miss any file in your system. and that didn't work. This next part of the story is kind of sad, and I still feel really bad about it. I'm sure the people who were affected by this don't even care about this at this point, but I still feel really bad about it, and I'm probably just gonna apologize to them forever and ever and ever. I was actually messaging my friends this. I don't have the original message, but it was basically a link that was like, oh, play this game. But if you open this link, it would silently install malware that would basically just do the exact same thing that's happening with my computer. And because my friends trust me, they opened the link. The first victim was someone known as Kitlamau. They opened the link and their Discord server was entirely nuked. I felt super bad, but for some reason I never apologized. But Kit, if you're watching this, I'm very, very sorry. You probably don't care at this point, but still, I'm very, very sorry. However, that wasn't my only victim. My next victim was someone known as Evan. He was actually the person that really made me want to make Flescape 2 content, so I really appreciated him. However, his Discord server basically had the exact same issue. It was hacked, all of that juicy, awesome stuff. Once again, Evan, if you're watching this, I'm very sorry. Probably don't care, but I'm still very sorry about that. A couple days later, I was on the YouTube app, and for some reason, I was getting a lot of notifications. I then checked these notifications, and a lot of people were commenting saying, why are you posting these videos? Why are you posting scam videos? Are you trying to scam us? And that's when I realized that my channel was hacked yet again. So the first thing I did was not take a screenshot, even though I probably should have, and I just deleted all the videos. And then checked my brand channels to see if anything was wrong, and sure enough, my Crazy Banner channel, one that had no videos up until that point, had a lot of videos that were going against the scam and deceptive policies. So I just deleted all of those, once again, did not take any screenshots, and then I was just anticipating for both of those channels to be removed, and for me to start crying over and over. However, only one of the channels was removed. Which one was that? It was the Crazy Banner channel. I basically got an email that said, hey, look at these videos, we removed them, don't worry, you're safe. And then a couple minutes later, I got an email that said that the channel was terminated. I didn't realize that the channel was terminated until a couple days after it happened, but it happened. However, I did not appeal, and that was probably the biggest mistake of this whole thing. The channel didn't have any videos, so I didn't really care. However, looking back, I probably should have appealed because it would have made this a lot less painful. I probably wouldn't even be making this video right now. 1 month later, I was checking my 16 Banner Great channel because I had just posted a video titled I Played Pressure for the first time. And then in the middle of the night, I was checking the comments to see if anyone had commented on it. So I opened up YouTube Studio and I got this weird error. It basically said, oh, something went wrong. But at that point, I was suspicious. I immediately checked my channels list, and sure enough, 16 Banner Great was not there. Now you might be thinking, oh, the hackers are still there, right? Wrong, the hackers were not there. Because the email that said that my channel was terminated didn't say why it was terminated. If it was hacked, it would have said it was removed for the scam and deceptive policies, but it didn't tell me why. It just said several repeated or one severe action that caused your channel to get removed. So I was very confused. I did nothing. The hackers were gone, which I forgot to mention now. I actually restarted my computer to get rid of them. However, I started to have the keenest of eyes on my main channel, because if that channel was removed for no reason, then what's stopping YouTube from banning my main channel for no reason? December 7th, 2024. I was sitting on my bed just chilling. I had my computer open, but I was not using it. However, after a couple hours, I went over to YouTube, and that's when I saw this. I wasn't even met with any errors or anything. I was just met with this. Not even a something went wrong message like I usually got. But I mean, yeah, 500 subscribers and 100 videos gone in an instant for no apparent reason. So the first thing I did was just appeal, like, hey, this is a mistake, algorithm mistake, and it was immediately denied. I then tried sending another appeal, but then it got denied even quicker, and I was met with that same email that said, we will not be putting your channel back on YouTube. So that's it. The channel won't be put back on YouTube, right? I mean, it says it right there in the cryptic text. Well, no. That's not where this story ends. It's not even close to where the story ends. I remember recording this audio for 27 minutes and 6 seconds, and that's not even close to where the story ends. We are just getting started, people. I then went to the dark depths of Reddit to see if there was anything I could do to get my channel back, and I even tried making a couple posts on the r/YouTube subreddit, but for some reason the moderators decided to delete those posts, even though there were multiple other posts that were claiming that they had the exact same issue. So then I just decided to check those posts instead of trying to make my own and waiting a few days to get a response, and for some reason no one was helping out. They were just saying, oh yeah, this has happened, YouTube sucks, or am I right, or am I right? However, there was one comment that said, go to Twitter and message at Team YouTube. They'll do the job. Now, I had already messaged at Team YouTube before, around on December 2nd, and it basically said this. At Team YouTube, my channel was terminated for no reason. I'm referencing to the 16 Banner Great one. I've sent an appeal that was denied, and after I sent another one, I got an email saying that my previous appeal was already denied. My channel is 16 Banner Great, and I really need to get it back. No terms were violated. Then Team YouTube replied, Thanks for reaching out. Mind sharing your channel URL so we can take a closer look? Also, note that a single case of severe abuse of our policies can result in channel termination without warning. More information here. And then they link to the terms of service. For some reason, I didn't send the channel URL. I just kind of forgot about the situation and I didn't really care about it. However, on December 7, 2024, the same day that the main channel was terminated, I went back onto Twitter to get another response. At Team YouTube, my channel was terminated. It seemed to have happened for no reason without warning. I need an explanation for why it was removed, and I would like to get it back. Link to the channel. And then I give a link to the channel. Then Team YouTube responded in the same day. It looks like your channel was suspended for circumvention. If you think this was a mistake, fill out the appeal form for your original terminated channel and not your new channel. Here. Our policy team will get back to you soon with their decision via email. Now, the first thing that I thought of was, what the heck does circumvention mean? The second thing I thought of was to Google it and find out. It basically means that YouTube saw that your channel was associated with a different terminated channel, so they decided to terminate that channel as well. And when I saw that, I thought that they were referencing to my GB16 channel from 2023. So I was like, okay, if I just get this channel back, then I'll get my main channel back, and everything will be good. So I appealed on that channel. I didn't take any screenshots of this appeal because I didn't think this would take as long as it did. It basically was like, hi, I was hacked, and I went into a lot more detail this time. I then got an email from YouTube that responded with this. It basically says, we need more information about your appeal because they realized that I was hacked and they want more information on how it happened. So I clicked on the form that they sent and it led me to this. And I filled out the entire form and I got a lot more detail on why my channel was removed and how it was hacked. A few hours later, I was met with this email, basically saying, yep, your channel was hacked and we reinstated it. That made me super happy. The channel was back. So did my main channel get back? It did not. And this didn't make any sense because if Great Banner 16 was removed due to circumvention issues with GB16, then why was it not removed after I got GB16 back after they realized it was a mistake? If this is really confusing for you, it was also confusing for me. I then made another tweet on a different account because I was kind of embarrassed to make another tweet on the same account. At Team YouTube. In 2023, my channel, and I get the ID, was hacked and terminated. I made a new channel, that ID, but that one was removed due to circumvention issues with my first channel. I managed to get the first one back today. Can I get the new one back? Team YouTube responded. To confirm, do you have another channel that was terminated? If yes, you're prohibited from circumventing the termination by owning, accessing, or creating any new YouTube channels. You can only have this resolved after a successful appeal on your originally terminated channel. So Team YouTube was basically saying, you had your channel removed for circumvention but you got it back? Well, here's what the circumvention rules mean. You can't get it back. They weren't helping at all. So I responded by saying this. I had two other channels removed, both brand channels. I can't access them, but one of them was removed during the hacking, and the other was removed during circumvention as well. This was referencing to my Crazy Banner and 60 Banner Great channels, by the way. However, I can't access these two. Team YouTube then responded a couple days later. If you think this was a mistake, fill out the appeal form for your original terminated channel and not your new channel. Here. Then they send a link to the appeal form. Our policy team will get back to you soon with their decision via email. We also want to flag because you included your channel IDs in one of the posts, we suggest deleting it to protect your privacy. What? That's not helpful at all, Team YouTube. So for a while, I thought that Team YouTube was essentially useless and that they wouldn't help me with any situation that I had. I then tried the YouTube help page. This is basically like Reddit, but with YouTube. All you need to do is just post an issue that you're having with your channel, and then people will comment about it and give you recommendations. So I decided that I would try this out and see if anyone responded. This was on December 9, 2024, 2 days after my channel was terminated. New channel was removed for circumvention, but I got the old channel back. In June of 2023, I had a channel that was hacked and then terminated. I made a new channel thinking it would be fine, but that channel was removed a few days ago. They said it was removed due to circumvention. However, I managed to get my channel from June of 2023 back after proving to YouTube that they made a mistake. However, my new channel is still removed, but the channel that caused it to get removed is back up. How do I get my new channel back? The only reason it was removed is because the first one was removed. However, I just got it back, so I should get the new one back as well. Then I linked the IDs for both channels. And did I get any replies? Nope. In fact, while I'm making this video, I still have no replies even though it's been almost a month. I then basically just gave up after a while. Team YouTube wasn't helpful, YouTube themselves wasn't helpful, Reddit wasn't helpful, Google support wasn't helpful, nothing was helpful. It felt like I had no friends in this situation. However, I still wanted to access my videos. So for around a week, I tried to get access to as many videos as I could possibly get. I then decided to make a Google site that was just called the Great Banner 16 Archive, where you could watch any of my videos and even download them. So I published that website, sent it to a few of my friends, and I thought that was it. Eventually it became the new year, and that's essentially where I just decided, yep, the channel's not going to be back. That's fine. Over winter break, I was starting to think, you know what, maybe it wasn't the GB16 channel that was causing issues, and it was the Crazy Banner channel. After all, that one was removed due to the scam and deceptive policies, and because the other channels were removed kind of coincidentally the exact same time when that one was removed, it was probably the Crazy Banner channel's fault. That's the issue. So I decided to send an appeal for the Crazy Banner channel, and I got that exact same automated response. And then I went back over to Twitter. My channel, then I sent the ID, was terminated because I was hacked. Every appeal I send is immediately getting denied. I need help. This post was actually made on Christmas Eve of last year, so I probably got this idea a little bit earlier than I thought. Team YouTube responded the exact same day. So sorry you're going through this. The first step is to check if you're able to recover your account. Follow the instructions listed here. Then they sent me a link that just told me how to get my account back if it was hacked. If none of the steps on that page help you get your channel back, come back here and we'll try to figure it out. 1 out of 2. This link simply tells me how to get my account back and protected. However, I've already taken all the precautions since I was hacked. My account is thankfully back to normal, but the link doesn't help me as it just leads me to another appeal form, which keeps getting denied. Team YouTube then responded again. The next step is to get some information from you to share with the team in charge of restoring accounts. Can you follow us so we can DM you to get that info? However, to this day, they have still not messaged me. However, on January 4th, I was going through another epiphany. I really wanted to get my channel back, and I decided to go back to Team YouTube. At Team YouTube, I would like to chat with you guys, as my channel has been hacked and terminated. I have regained access to my Google account, and I have sent multiple appeals that have been denied. It's clear that appeals will not help anymore, and I'm trying to get actual help. Team YouTube responded the same day. So sorry you're going through this. Let us know your channel URL, and we'll see what we can do. I then sent them my channel URL. I deleted the videos before the channel was terminated. Team YouTube then responded the next day. We'll send you the next steps via DM. Let's continue our convo there. First of all, why didn't you say conversation? Why did you say convo? Second of all, I checked my messages and sure enough they sent a DM. So finally, they had actually messaged me. Here's what the first message said. Can you send us a Gmail/G Suite email address that you have access to? Once we have that, we'll grant it access to a special form that will connect you with the specialist team. They'll get you on your way back to your account. And then send them my email account, which I really don't care if you see it. Then, no response. Just no response at all. No response for multiple hours. So then I sent another message that just said, hello? 1 hour later, they responded. You now have access to the account recovery form with your email address. Then they put my email address. Log into the specified account, follow the link, and fill it out within the next 72 hours. Then they sent a link. Support specialist will contact you within 1 business day. Thank you, I will message you if anything happens. I then clicked on the link, not really expecting anything, but then I saw this. Report a suspected channel hack to our support team. That's right, it was the same form that I filled out for my GB16 channel, and that channel got back after I submitted this exact form. So I was a lot more optimistic this time. I just put in all the information of the form, told them how I was hacked, and I even gave them a screenshot that showed one of the emails that I received. And a couple hours later, I got this email. This message is an automated response. Replying to this message will alert a reviewer who can possibly help with additional questions. Hello, we understand that you're inquiring about a potential hacking. Our team has confirmed that your channel was hacked and has recovered your channel. We've taken steps to remove unauthorized videos or playlists added by the hacker and restore the channel's original settings. This includes, where possible, the channel name, handle, description, avatar, and banner. Noting that in some cases, due to YouTube's data retention policies, we may not be able to restore previous avatar or banner. So, if so, you'll see a default placeholder image for the avatar and no banner. Then they basically tell me how to put my profile picture back, how to change my channel name, how to get my account back. There we go, Crazy Banner was back. And because I thought that was the channel that was causing the other channels to get removed, I checked the other channels. Were they back? Nope, they were not back. They still had this stupid message. So right there, I was kind of stumped. I didn't know what to do. I did message Team YouTube again and said, update, the channel is back. Thank you for your help. A couple hours later, they responded with this. You're welcome. Since you're already in contact with our creator support team, it's best to reach back out for them for any clarifications or questions as they can reverse any activities that the hacker has done to your account. Just reply to the email thread that they've used to reach you. So Team YouTube was actually pretty helpful. However, I still needed to get my other 2 accounts back, primarily my Great Banner 16 channel back. I then went back over to square one and sent them another tweet. At Team YouTube, I recently got my hack channel that was terminated reinstated. However, that was a branch channel. The main channel was also terminated due to circumvention issues with the hack channel, but since that one is reinstated, shouldn't I have the main channel back? I wanted to add more to the tweet, but for some reason, Twitter has this stupid 180 character limit that's just completely arbitrary. A couple hours later, and no response. I even tried deleting the tweet and reposting it just to get it out there again. I then called my friend Blazewing just for funsies. All I was doing was just talking to him, asking about how his Christmas was, but of course I had to mention everything that had happened that day. I told him how Crazy Banner was reinstated but the other 2 channels were not, and how I was still super confused. I then thought it would be funny to just show Blazewing what would happen after I sent another appeal, because he kept saying, just send another appeal. I knew that I was just going to get another automated message, so I went back over and sent another appeal for Great Banner 16. I filled out the appeal, and this time I actually took a screenshot. Please briefly explain why you think your channel was suspended in error. I think my channel should be reinstated because the only reason it was terminated was due to circumvention. Yeah, you get the point. All I'm asking is for you to just please get my channel back. You stupid YouTube support isn't helping me at all, and the only way I can do that is to go to some stupid Twitter account that's just probably run by some random 16-year-old. Please help me. I'm very tired of this, and I need the channel back. I hate you, YouTube. Just kidding, it actually said this. But I submitted that appeal just as a joke, and I wasn't expecting anything. However, something interesting, and when I say interesting, I mean very interesting, happened. And you want to know what it was? Well, we have the video to show you. Here it is. Alright, watch. I'm gonna hit the big blue submit button. Look.
Are you gonna get some automated freaking
Your email has
message?
been sent. Thank you for contacting our Google Accounts team. We'll review your report and you will contact you only if we have additional information to share. We appreciate the time taken for you to contact us. Let's check.
Okay.
Refresh. Is it on Gmail?
It's probably gonna take a bit.
Is it actually not gonna? Usually it's like instantaneous. Yes, and it always appears, but of course when I do it, yeah, they're on to me.
They know.
They know everything. They have access. They know what I look like even though I don't have a camera on. Like, oh, look at that, no replies. No replies to my amazingly crafted, beautifully crafted, 180 character limit tweet.
Beautifully cooked.
Okay, now I'm actually kind of confused because usually they immediately.
Hey there, it's Josh.
Wait. Your channel's back.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! That's right. YouTube actually accepted the appeal, and not only that, but they accepted it within seconds. Literal seconds. For once, I'm actually happy about YouTube. I probably didn't even need to write anything in the appeal and they would have accepted because they knew that my other channels were good, but I'm still very happy that I took the time to actually write it down. But I mean, yeah, that's the story. The story of how I fought tooth and nail to get my channel back. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, then I guess you can like and subscribe if you really want to. I don't really care. You can report this video for all I care. Thanks for watching, and I'll probably not see you again because, once again, this channel is dead.